GTA 5 Stunt Jumps 01 through 09. Okay, with the jumps, it's a good idea to save the game before and after every jump. No exceptions. Okay, so before we get into the jumps, when I first started this, I decked out the Franklin's Harley, and I thought I'd do it with that. But I was noticing that I just couldn't get the top speed I was needing, so I had no clue on where to find a sports bike. So I just decided to buy one. I don't know why this Beatty 801. It was 10,000. Now it's 20,000. But I just followed the Easy Money video as far as collecting. I got like a $500,000. This is still very much in the beginning of the game. Anyway, so I buy the bike and then I'm gonna head over to the paint and spray and deck it out. I just wanted to show you that purchase the bike if you don't have it. Put it in your garage. And I don't know, this game, I think back Grand Theft 4, it didn't really have a whole lot of glitches, but this game does have some issues. There'll be times when you save the game and you're on your bike, and when you respawn that load, your bike will be gone. And for whatever, no reason, I don't know. It's just something that happens. Now, it only happened a couple times at the later part of the jumps, way out in the desert, by the prison and the windmills and stuff like that. But pretty much all through the city, I would save the game, and if God knows I've crashed like a zillion times and got wasted, and I reloaded the game, and me and my bike were there. So take that information as you will. Okay, so if you don't have any money, follow the little glitch, the steps on getting some easy money, that video. Spend 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, whatever. Get some money up. Having some fat money makes a big difference. You can come up in here and whatever options are available to deck out the bike. As you can see, a lot of stuff is still locked, but you can see that the stats on the bike are, pretty high. Now, I looked through the guidebook, and this bike has top speed out of all the bikes. And with the upgrades, you can put your acceleration up there. The only thing I can't do is put number 3 and 4 engines on this, but by the time you put turbo and a race transmission and all that on there, the acceleration should be maxed out. But nevertheless, if you're going to attempt the jumps, I would definitely recommend having a decent car and a bike like this. Although I'm going to tell you right now, my buddy Demented Priest, he basically just found stock cars and got a good amount of the jumps done and had a lot less trouble with it than I did with this bike. Anyway, there are jumps that the speed of the bike is what's needed, and I just decided to do all the jumps with the bike because I didn't want to do a jump with a bike, then go get a car and that kind of thing. So the method of saving the game and before and after the jump has worked out well. Although the later part of the jumps, I don't know what happened, but when I would reload the game, it would spawn me back without a bike, and that kind of sucked. So anyway, our first number 1 jump is down at the airport. There's 3 jumps here. On the right, left side of this round area, you see these billboard signs that are big arc. Okay. This jump took me a little bit, and this is the reason why I went to go buy this bike. I was trying to do it with the Harley, and I just couldn't get up here. With the speed of the race bike, it was enough to get up here. Okay, so on the other side of where the other jump was is this other ramp. It looks just like the other one, and it you don't have to do as much distance as you did with the other jump. I believe with this jump, basically you just need to land flat. Okay, so that takes care of number 2. Now number 3 is just south of the jump number 2, and you're going to get a wanted level because you have to jump into the airport depending on the level of the game you're at. Okay, so right next to the guard tower is a dumpster, and my buddy the Priest, he said he tried this like a bunch of times with a car and he could not get it, so he had to go get his bike for this. And I also tried it a bunch of times. Now a helpful tip when you're doing number 3 is to lean back on the stick when you're hitting the jump. A few times I would hit that jump a little nose heavy and it just kept hitting the fence. So as you're doing the jump, just lean back on the stick like you're doing a wheelie. Okay, the next several jumps are down at the dock area. There's like 4 or 5 jumps right in that little section right there. So you're going to be in that area a little bit. Okay, so this is our first jump in this area. We need to hit the ramp and then land up on the roof. Okay, I also recommend using Franklin. His special ability will come into play in this particular area. You're not going to have to deal with any traffic, but if you're having any trouble and you need to just slow it down a little bit so you hit the ramp center, that always comes into play. Quite a few of these jumps, in my opinion, are not fun. They put you in an area where you'll hit a wall, a building, whatever the situation is, and just kind of sucks. Now, the jump after that is just north of it, and you have to jump onto the roof. Okay, so this one is just a little bit north of where the other jump was, and you have to jump this gap and get on this roof. And if you're a little shallow, you're gonna get wasted. I cannot tell you how many times I did this. Now, my buddy the Priest said he did it with a car and he didn't have too much trouble with it. So I can't imagine that a car would make the difference. All I can tell you is, what he said. Okay, so the next jump in this area is going to be jumping across the water. Basically, making the jump over and landing is going to be the key to this one. Okay, so once we cross back over to where we were, that's our next jump. We got to jump up onto the overpass here. It's very easy to overshoot this. So basically, you don't want to hit the railing, just want to get up onto the roadway here, and that'll be jump complete. Alright, so we head back down. Get a look at our next jump here. Okay, this jump, when you jump up on the roof, there's AC units up there, whatever you want to call it. The book also recommends you use a bike for this, so my buddy the Priest was saying that even at this point in the game, when he would reload the game, his bike would be gone. And I'm like, I haven't had that issue till the later part of the jumps way up in the desert area, but Okay, that was a look at our next jump there. Okay, now this one, there is like tanks, and you need to just kind of veer off to the right side of the ramp. So you just land on this roadway instead of, if you hit the ramp a little bit to the left, you're going to land uh, to the left side of this area. And if you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.